Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Brame and this is Holy City Mystic. Thank you so much for being here. If you would take a second, like and subscribe, I would super appreciate it. So today is another video on my Yod series. Today we're going to be talking about the Jupiter Yod. Now, if you don't know what I mean by the Jupiter Yod, I'm using that as kind of shorthand for Jupiter at the apex of your Yod. If you're not familiar with how to find a Yod, you can check out my other video. I'll link it below about how to find a Yod in your chart. That will teach you everything you need to know about the angles and what a Yod looks like. It'll also teach you some basics on how a Yod functions in your birth chart. Now this series is just going through the planets as to what planets are at the apex of the Yod and how they will behave. So, Jupiter. First of all, what is Jupiter in your birth chart? Jupiter is your enthusiasm. It is where you are excited about something. It is where you expand, where you look to a higher purpose. It's known as the Great Benefic because it is like the best planet you can have. There's something about Jupiter where it's the big one. It's the creator. It's the one where it's like everything that Jupiter touches, it makes better and bigger and crazier, you know, just like blown up, blown out of proportion, larger than life. So if you have Jupiter at the apex of your Yod, that means that Jupiter is in two quincunxes to the two planets down here, the two bases. Now, if Jupiter is in that irritating aspect, it's almost like a craving. Like you have to expand, you have to think bigger, you have to bring a bigger message to the world. And it's like there's probably going to be a lot of things holding you back from that in life, where it's a lot of actions that you have to take to get to that point. But that's always just building up the muscles. So that's always just making you stronger, making that even more of a calling in your life. As far as what you do with that Jupiter, that's going to be unique for every single person. You are going to have that zeal, that intense belief in something bigger, in that expanding energy. And not everybody is going to get that. Jupiter is not down to earth in the least. And so a lot of people might have a more down to earth, you know, plodding along, very what is in front of me is the only thing that there is kind of approach. And so a lot of people might not understand your need for expansion. And so there might be some ridicule that you have to deal with in your lifetime, especially when you're a child. A lot of times these Yods are very strong when we're children. And then as you grow, you tend to hide them. Like that desire and that need is always there, but you tend to hide them just to fit in with the rest of society. And then as you mature into an adult, through healing the trauma gained through that childhood experience, you are able to perfect the Yod. You are able to take what the Yod has given you through all those trials and blast it out to the world. Let the world see what a gift that Yod has been the entire time. So when you were a child, or if you know a child with Jupiter at the apex of their Yod, they might really struggle with being down to earth. They might just have like the wildest imagination, just everything is exciting, like just very inspired thinking, which when you're a child, you haven't earned it yet. And so it's really hard for adults to actually listen to you and hear you. And so you might get a lot of that trauma just believing what I say doesn't matter, or the big beliefs that I have don't matter, or I'm never going anywhere. I'm not going to be famous or rich, or I'm not going to heal cancer, like anything like that. But those are goals that you have at a very, very innate, deep level. So if you're parenting, and if you're doing inner child work and going back and kind of parenting yourself, just really focus on empowerment. Let the kids know that this is a gift that they have, but they have to back up and do the research. They have to do the work to become a millionaire. You have to learn religions before you can spread religions. Like, you really do have to back up and do the work. And oftentimes Jupiter doesn't like that. That is hard for Jupiter to do because they're so out there. They're not down to earth. They don't want to do the work. They just want to spread the message. They just want to be bigger than life. So definitely encourage kids in that desire. However, teach them how to use it. Teach them how to harness it. If you become famous very quickly, you will probably become unfamous just as quickly. If it's a slow rise to fame that you have earned and you have worked for every step of the way, and you're very conscientious of your fame and how it comes off to people, that is something that will last. That is something that will stick around for a long time and not just be a flash in the pan. So really encourage your kids or yourself to do the work at the same time as that big desire to be something even better. If you guys have Jupiter at the apex of your yod, please let me know how that is for you, any experiences you might have, anything like that. And I hope you guys are doing great. Take care.